Hey, it's an absolutely beautiful morning today, and I wanted to just talk a little bit about an experience I had several years ago with one of my uncles. We were just talking about where he was at in life, and he said that when he was younger, he used to go and drink a lot. And then he realized one morning, he's like, I realized that drinking really wasn't giving me anything that I wanted out of life. He said he'd have to go to the bar, he'd spend hours at the bar, spending a ton of money. Friday night, he'd be with his buddies. He didn't really remember that well what happened that night, but somehow he'd get back home in the wee hours of the morning, and when he did, he'd be sick the whole day Saturday. And then Sunday was his recovery day, and he had to get all this extra work done on Sunday, and he was trying to get all these different things accomplished, and it didn't give him very much time. And then he had to be back to work on Monday. And he said, I just realized it wasn't giving me the life I wanted. I wanted to spend more time with my family, not less. I didn't need to be blowing all the money going to the bars. And so he said stopping drinking was really easy because I just quit going to the bar. And that statement, that quitting drinking was really easy, I quit going to the bar, really stuck with me. So if he's not doing the shopping and his wife's not buying the alcohol and he's not going to the bar where he can get alcohol, it makes it a lot easier to quit drinking. Now, how many different areas of our life do we metaphorically keep going to the bar, especially in our business? I've realized one of the biggest things that happens is we think a certain way. And when we think a certain way, we're going to act a certain way. And we'll establish these patterns of behavior in our business that keeps us tied to the way that we've been doing things all along. Now, this isn't just true to business, but this is a business podcast, so I usually relate back to that. But it can tie into so many other areas of life as well. When we're stuck running through those routines, we're going to get the same results that we've always had. So if we want a different result, maybe we should start thinking about the situation a little different, realize what our objectives truly are in life, and then start living a little bit differently so that we're not putting ourselves in those same circumstances. I was thinking the other day about people, and I saw a video, and the guy said, people who go to bars get drunk, and people who go to gyms get fit. So quit going to bars and start going to gyms. It's that easy, is basically his message. And I thought that's a really powerful message. But also, if we're struggling with a certain aspect of our life, we should be hanging out in the places where people who are good at that stuff hang out. Now, obviously, people who are good at sales are probably not all hanging out at the same store or the same location physically, but they're all hanging out somewhere and they're all spending time somewhere. So if we want to become more like those people, we need to probably spend more time wherever they're at so that we start thinking and acting the same way they think and act. So I'd invite you to take a little bit of time and figure out one area where you want to change. It can either be personally or in the business, but find one area you want to change. Once you have that one thing, I'd invite you to just write it down somewhere, piece of paper, put it on your wall, put it on the mirror, put it everywhere. So you've got that written down, that one thing you want to change. Then just pick, where do the people who are excelling at that, where do they spend their time? What are they doing? And then go spend your time in those same places. So if there's certain Facebook groups they're in, if they all follow the same thought leaders, you're going to follow the same thought leaders. You're going to join those Facebook groups. If they watch certain videos, you're going to go watch those same videos as everyone else. You're going to spend time doing the same things as the people who are good at this stuff. And that will change the way you think, the way you act. And that will make it easy to change who you are, which means you're going to stop failing in that area of your life and start succeeding. So if you're bad at sales, I'd invite you to go study the best salespeople. I once had a guy that I was at in his course, and he was talking about so many business owners will spend so much time doing all the other things and then wonder why they don't get sales. And he said, just track how much time are you actually spending making the physical sale, where you're inviting people to purchase something. Is that 10 minutes a week? Is it 30 minutes? Now, it's not the entire sales conversation, because you can talk to someone for an hour and a half, but you're only making the pitch for like 5 minutes and then it's done. So he said, think about how much time you're not spending making the pitch. Think about how much time you are spending making the pitch and spend more time doing that. Make more pitches. If you're not good at sales, make more pitches. Figure out how you can pitch more people more often, spend more time doing it, and you'll get better at it. It's pretty simple. The final thought that I wanted to share this morning was the idea that whenever we state something in the negative, I'm not good at that. Oh, I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. If we just tag onto the end of it right now, it changes the way we think about that entire statement and the labels that we're placing on ourselves. So if you're not good at being healthy, you can say, I'm not good at being healthy right now. I'm not good at sales right now. Super easy little change, changes the entire mindset. When you change your entire mindset, everything in life starts to shift for you.